everybody, to the 20th episode of Arc of Wrestling. I am your host, Greg Alvarez. And joining me today, we have a pretty good group. We have Jonesy. Strike?
I'm here.
Hunter?
Meh.
Jimmy?
Hola.
Joker?
Hello.
And one of the newest members, Copeland.
Hello.
Alright. We were supposed to do the show last night. If y'all remember what happened. This is the second run of this entire podcast that we're doing. But, you know, we're just gonna get started. Mike's in the hospital right now, a little sick.
Who's Mike?
Yeah, who's that fucker? But he will be back hopefully next week. We're gonna start off with Raw. We're just gonna go right through it. We start out with the big debate on Raw. Terrible debate. R-Truth was pretty funny. He did his little shtick, his crazy ass gimmick. As we go on to the first match, it ends in everybody getting pissed. Jericho gets pissed at Punk. As we start with the first match, is Kofi Kingston versus Chris Jericho.
Well, we're not going to go over the debate.
Well, was there anything to go over in the debate?
Just that it seemed very forced, and R-Truth was the better part of that match.
What about Dolph Ziggler? Did you guys actually enjoyed him?
He seemed alright.
I think one of the worst guys on there, I would have to say, was Jericho. Just because when he started to do this wannabe gimmick sort of thing, like, oh, everybody's a wannabe and they all just want to be Chris Jericho, I thought it was terrible.
That's his new gimmick, it seems.
But it seems like he's done it before. Or maybe I'm just imagining it and I'm just not liking the entire thing.
No, just replace the word wannabe with parasitical hypocrite.
Yeah.
And
He still uses long words, just in a different form.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid that's coming down for the average viewer.
Though I had to say, Miz seemed very forced with it.
Well, The Miz has been pretty terrible.
He hasn't been terrible. He's just been sort of declining lately.
Boring.
He's
Boring,
just not
exactly.
the same since the whole Alex Riley stuff.
That's what that was mentioned last night. Miz needs someone. He needs someone like a manager or a valet. Because
I don't think that. I think Miz just needs to be put in a relevant feud. A feud where he'll actually be able to accomplish something other than looking like cannon fodder for somebody.
I mean, well, think about it. You know, the Miz never really had a good singles, feud, unless if you would speak in the mid 2011 when he had that big feud with Cena. That I think was the highest of Miz's point in his career. But a lot of his other notable, times that he was good was with Riley and with Morrison, where he had people to, and with R-Truth.
Though how long
he
did
had
he not,
people to, talk to.
How long did he not have a running mate, though? Because it seems like anytime he gets free, they instantly want to stick him back with somebody.
Well, yeah, because I bet there's a reason because of that, because he's, again, boring.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Just put him in a feud where both people will look good, make people care about the feud, and this is right.
Yeah.
Whose phone is that?
Sorry, that was me.
We should have that situation taken care of. It's the 20th podcast.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you again soon. Sorry, you'll finish.
Greg runs a phone sex operation out of his house, so that's why he's being called.
They're spamming me like crazy. It's...
Hold on. Greg, I'm going to give you a telemarketer or block number. Your ass is just going to call him, and then you'll be blocked. Don't worry.
Are you serious? You could actually do that?
Yeah, I have. They used to call my cell phone all the time, but now they don't ever call it.
Okay, post that in Skype. I'll
Can't you just get an unlisted number?
No, because your number gets listed regardless.
Just unplug your phone from your wall during the podcast. You're good to go.
That I cannot do.
There.
Okay, throw it against the wall then.
It's in the Skype chat.
Or you could just like pull a Seinfeld, call them and ask them for their home phone number, and then when they ask they can't, and then ask why. Then when they say you can't do that.
What?
I don't watch Seinfeld. Don't know.
Well, Seinfeld, he picked up a telemarketer and he was like, "Oh, just give me your home phone number and I'll call you later." We can't do that, sir. Why not? Is it because people don't like call? Is it because you don't like people calling you when you're at home?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Oh, God.
Well, now you know how I feel.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
That's-
just do that.
That was pretty funny.
It's like your... Might got
Okay.
your vibrator on or something.
Yeah. So, we're going to move on. Okay. We're going to move on with the first match of the night, which was Kofi Kingston versus Chris Jericho. Decent match, I would have to say. I wish it actually... honestly, I think it would have lasted longer. I really would have wished it would have lasted longer, but it was a short match for what it was. Then we have the entire Shawn Michaels. Is it the Shawn Michaels? Oh no, he's walking backstage, and then John Cena was talking to Zack Ryder. As we move, it was just constant, and then David Otunga's like, "Oh, you should be general manager of SmackDown," and Lauren is like, "Yeah, I should totally be general manager of SmackDown." And then
Like, dude, that'd be totally awesome.
it
man.
moves on, and then we have Big Show versus Randy Orton. What do you think of that?
I don't remember it.
Yeah. Again, I don't remember that match at all.
Which match?
Randy Orton
Exactly.
versus Big Show.
Oh,
So
no,
we
I
have
remember.
SmackDown match on Raw.
Yeah, I remember that.
The only thing I
Well,
remember
so-
from that match was Daniel Bryan rushing down, and
That's what I
Was-
remember.
yeah,
Did
that's
someone
exactly.
watching that match?
Was there a botch?
I think Josie told me something about that on Twitter. There was a botch.
Oh,
bitch.
the RKO.
Oh,
yeah,
the
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 RKO,
Big
yeah.
Show RKO. Yeah.
Big Show fell before Randy Orton did
Yeah.
the RKO.
That was the only part of
I
the
didn't
show I saw.
And I guess Brian hitting both of them too hard would probably be a botch, assuming that's legit. So.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just a reason to keep Orton off TV for a while he heals up.
Yeah. It's sad that Orton wasn't at Elimination Chamber. But maybe...
Title again.
Well, think about it. Orton hasn't had the title in about a year now. Has it been a year already? Almost
That's
a
because
year.
he's been injured.
About 6 months.
That's because he's been injured throughout the entire time.
Maybe we should pull an edge and actually retire for a bit.
Retire. I'm actually liking
Retire for a
Orton
bit.
now. I'm actually liking Orton because he's actually improving, unlike Cena. At least Orton has come out and said, "You know what? I think I need to work on my mic skills. You know what? I think I need to work on this and this." While Cena's like, "Fuck it. I don't need to work on shit. I'm John Cena." It's Cena's ego against Orton's, wanting to be one of the best.
Wants to be the best that he ever was. Come on now. It's like Pokemon over here.
I'm gonna be the very best. No
Oh my God.
one ever was.
I'm gonna fill in for Mike this time. I'll just say, "Oh my God," every time.
No. If you're filling in for Mike, you would have been. Oh, that's gay. You're gay. Why are you so gay?
You're gay. You really are gay, actually.
That's funny. You guys are funny.
Funny.
Funny people.
And then we have the promo everybody's been waiting for, the return of Shawn Michaels, to talk about the Undertaker Triple H debacle that's been going on.
Tabasco? Where?
Tabasco? Anyways, I wasn't happy of how this promo turned out. A lot of people liked it. I didn't like it. It felt
dragged on a little long.
it felt really slow. It slugged a lot, like felt like just a slug. Like there wasn't any. You knew that Michaels wasn't ready for it, and you knew that he hasn't talked on the mic for a while, so he wasn't it wasn't fresh on his mind, so he felt really slow. And then when Triple H came, I don't know, Hunter also felt a little slow as well.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think I actually remember that segment. Then again, I was in and out of that week, so I can't really remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could have. Maybe if they brought back like Foley rather than Shawn, because if they are expecting what I expect, like the Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania between Triple H and The Undertaker, they probably should have had.
Happen,
It's
Not
going.
gonna happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to
Nope.
happen. Yes. I could still dream. If they would have had a Hell in a
Dreams
Cell,
die.
if they decided to have a Hell in a Cell match,
Both of
or-
them would die from it.
no, they. Why would they die? the
Because they're old men, Greg.
Triple H would tear his quad.
Good. Maybe we can actually do a solid job as COO instead of actually coming there and burying everyone every week.
He didn't tear his quad in that match against Kevin Nash. Actually, that was a good match.
I think Kevin Nash kind of did tear his quad. It looked like it.
Where is Kevin Nash?
I don't know. He debuted a new picture online somewhere, and then he's just doing something. Looks like it.
I heard his profile was removed from WWE website.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I just don't know why. No one likes him. No one cares.
All I know is he has a new look and he still looks like a douche.
He's always looked like a douche, so you gotta give that much to him.
He was Shawn Michaels' bodyguard
So,
in a storyline when he first debuted. Anyways, the entire promo felt slow. And then we had Dolph Ziggler versus R-Truth, another quick match, which ended in R-Truth somehow overcoming Dolph Ziggler at the end of it. I think I was a little surprised from that outcome. As we moved from Tamina versus Brie Bella. It was announced that Beth Phoenix was going to be in a match against Tamina at Elimination Chamber. And Tamina ends the match with the Superfly Splash from the top rope. It's a Divas match, so it doesn't really matter. And then CM Punk versus The Miz as the main event of the night. What do you guys think of that one?
CM Punk and The Miz?
Yeah.
I don't really remember too much of it, actually.
Neither do I.
Me either.
neither do I.
It was for what it was being a short. It was a short match. But yeah, I was surprised. The only reason why I remember this match is because I was surprised that The Miz actually got the main event spot after all the WWE officials backstage and everybody hating on him after, botching R-Truth and, not changing his gimmick or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
I don't know what's gonna happen to Miz in the future. He's maybe gonna have a match with what's his face, R-Truth at WrestleMania. Maybe not. But once we find out, he's probably just
He'll
never gonna
probably
be.
be in the Money in the Bank match.
You think there'll be more in the Money in the Bank match?
Yeah, he'll probably be in the Money in the Bank.
Wait,
It's
is
Money
Money
in
in the Bank confirmed for WrestleMania?
Yeah, it's pretty much been confirmed.
We confirmed it. When, actually.
It was it was leaked pretty much.
Oh, it's one of those reports.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's still no
So it's-
confirmation.
so
There's
it's
no
not
confirmation,
actually
but it's been
confirmed.
It's been
It's been reported.
reported.
It's like,
If
I
they
guess
do
it-
that, that's where I see them putting the Miz.
it would make sense if they do that, but we'll see.
Well, he's a
I don't see
previous-
him winning it though.
Well, he'll still be in the match. So
Well, I
that's
think the
all.
report said it was all former world champions, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, that would give Miz something to do during WrestleMania if it were true.
yeah.
We'll see
So
what happens.
I liked the Miz back in 2011. I was a really big Miz fan, but he slowly his appeal slowly went away. So then we end it with Cena having that promo. You know, he was caught by... Wasn't he caught by Ryder this week?
Oh God, do we really need to talk about that absolutely horrid promo?
Yes.
Yes.
Because
I don't want to know.
It's a focal point of...
Eve was captured by Kane and was thrown into an ambulance.
She got into the ambulance.
They showed her walking into the ambulance without Kane forcing her in, so that was already a botch on the production side. She walked inside the ambulance. Kane closes the door. Cena attacks Kane, and you know they start fighting back and forth. Kane disappears. You know, Cena lets Eve out. Eve kisses Cena, and Ryder sees the entire thing.
It's just like one of those drama day shows. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, but the funny thing about this one is it won't pick up this week.
Soaps?
Pretty much the whole...
Soap opera.
Yeah, soap operas. It won't pick up this week, pretty much. That's the funny thing about it. It's pretty much buried now.
And it's also funny that Cena's married, I think.
Is Cena married? Yeah, he is married.
He got caught cheating on national television. That's not very family friendly.
And then, you know, Ryder comes out and says, "You're not my friend." And then Kane, you know, he sits back in the wheelchair. Kane's come out and just pushes him off the arena.
So before that, John Cena just about punched Ryder.
Yeah.
Which was important, I guess.
And then Kane said, "You finally embraced the hate," when he really didn't.
No, he said that before he pushed him off.
That was before, yeah, but I'm just mentioning it. Kane said that he finally embraced the hate, when really he didn't do it. He almost, if he would have embraced the hate, he would have punched Ryder.
No, I think he was talking about stealing Ryder's girl. He even mentioned that. "You've sunk to depths I could only dream of. You stole your one friend's love."
But didn't he do that with Lita? Or
when was
am I not remembering that right?
I mean, when was Cena and Lita together?
Cena and Lita were never together.
So then, what are you trying to do?
I'm probably thinking, okay, never mind. I'm thinking something else.
Edge.
Are you thinking of Edge and Kane?
Or Christian and Jericho?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm thinking something different then. It was a terrible... it went on. It was like the Shawn Michaels Triple H promo. It just went on, and it wouldn't stop. And so, let me just ask you guys, what'd you give Raw?
It was meh.
I give it a saw half of it out of 10.
Saw half of it?
I'll give it 2.5 Riders flying off the stage out of 5.
Well, there is one whore on it, so I'll say 1 out of 10.
Weh.
Say maybe 3 out of 10.
A 3 out of 10. Anybody else?
Raw wasn't that good, to be honest. It was okay, but it was there just to fill 2 hours.
Yeah. And there wasn't even any good matches. I would even give it like a 4 out of 10. Honestly, there was nothing good or exciting about that Raw that I liked. Maybe to see Shawn Michaels back, but you know, even that kind of even sucked. Oh well. Because I'm too lazy to pull up Superstars or NXT. I did watch FCW though, and we'll talk about this more in the news. But I'm liking FCW a lot. They're bringing in some really good guys, and when 2 guys I did really start liking is Leo Kruger and Leoki. Leoki is the brother of Rosie.
Oh man, you like those 2 out of everyone?
Well, no. Well, I like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins and Cassius Uno and
Do you mean that Rosie Lotta Love girl that tried out for TNA for like 2
he's
weeks?
talking about Superhero Rosie.
Superhero Rosie with
Samoan.
Hurricane. He's part of the Inoue
Superhero
family.
in training.
He's part of the Inoue family, the famous Anani. I'm probably saying it wrong. You know, with he's his uncle's Rikishi. I'm guessing, if that's how it
He's like
is.
second cousins with The Rock. It's all that shit.
Yeah. So Liaki was a former football star, but he was part of the Vikings, I think, and some other ones, but he couldn't really get into it, and so he
never heard of him.
And so he went into wrestling, and his family trained him, and so now he was brought into SCW. Him and Leo Kruger. Leo Kruger reminds me of. He comes in with this like leopard pad clothing, like Jimmy Snuka, but I think he would work better if he had like Mr. Perfect or Rick Rude's gimmick. You know that the show off, the dashing gimmick. He would work a lot better with that. But those two really caught my eye. And of course, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, Claudio Castagnoli, Cassius Uno. Those guys are going to be top stars soon. No, FCW is pretty good. They're doing a lot better. Hopefully, they'll be brought up to the WWE
well,
network.
I hope they'd be doing better. They've stole all the talent from like the indies,
from like OVW and everything like that. Yeah.
Well, how did we actually watch SCW? Is it on TV?
You can find
watch it on YouTube.
YouTube. There's some guys who post it every week.
Okay, that's cool. I'll give it a look in a while.
Yeah, they're really good at posting weekly of the new episodes.
Okay.
So TNA Impact. Yay.
Yay.
We watched this week.
I was going to watch it. But
I can't bring myself to subscribe to the WWE channel.
Why
Seems
not?
like too much effort.
Pressing one button.
No, but I gotta like look it up, man. That takes a whole 1 minute, dude.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Isn't it called WWE Fan Nation?
Are you serious, bro?
Is that what it's called?
It's like WWE Fan Nation or something.
Yeah,
Fan Nation, yeah.
See, y'all aren't even sure. That's like all sorts of looks.
It's Fan Nation.
It's Fan Nation. I subscribed to it already.
I would never subscribe to them. They don't even let you comment on their videos.
That's the point.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, WWE Fan Nation.
They don't want negative feedback, apparently.
Because it'd just be like, oh, go back to the Attitude Era constantly.
We want Attitude Era. We want Masked Kane. Oh wait, we have Masked Kane.
It's funny how they want the...
Kill Cena.
It's funny how they want the Attitude Era, but they don't want Vince Russo.
No one wants Vince Russo.
Well, the Attitude Era was pretty much written by
Maybe we'll
Vince
get
Russo.
Vince Russo back in the WWE.
Vince Russo was behind like the Dark Ministry, and he was behind the Stone Cold versus McMahon feud.
Those were a couple of lucky ideas.
He was also behind D-Generation X.
Mm-hmm.
Still a couple of lucky ideas.
He was behind the Nation of Domination.
A couple of good ideas.
And Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Bringing him over.
A couple of good ideas do not make up for running WCW down to the ground and then trying to run TNA down into the ground.
It happens, I guess.
Vince Russo is the faction guy. Wherever he is at, you know he's going to try to write in factions into the company.
Even if they make no sense and take up the entire roster, and then the members change every single week.
Yep.
Sounds like a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Anyone's watched WWE over a while, that's what kind of happens. And some other stuff, too.
Things change.
You know, war has changes.
So anyways, TNA Impact. The first match of the night is a world title match. Robert Roode versus Jeff Hardy. One of the longest matches of the night. Winner was Robert Roode. The X Division match, Austin Aries and Zema Ion versus Alex Shelley and Shannon Moore. The winner Austin Aries and Zema Ion. Knockouts number 1 contenders battle royal. The winner was Madison Rayne. After Velvet Sky thought she won, but then Madison Rayne, throws her over because she was hiding outside the ring. Number 1 contenders match: Bully Ray versus James Storm. James Storm wins. And then a promo with Sting. Sting's been saying that he's done. He doesn't want to be in charge of TNA anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's gonna be happening there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for TNA.
Let's see what happens.
TNA sucks.
And then we have SmackDown. Now I'm pretty sure a couple of you guys watched SmackDown this week, right?
I did.
Yeah, more or less, I did.
Yeah, more or
Some
less.
parts of it.
I missed it.
For match number, we have Randy Orton in Teddy Long's office. Do you guys remember that promo?
A little bit of it, yeah.
When he basically tells him he can't compete any longer.
Yeah.
Yep. Caution, you're not in the Elimination Chamber anymore.
Yeah, so he cashes in. So match number 1 was Big Show versus the Great Khali versus Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett. The winners of that match were the Big Show and the Great Khali. And Big Show punches Khali right afterwards. A lot of promos that happen as we go to match number 2, which is Ted DiBiase versus Hunico and Camacho. Camacho was by Ringside. With
with Camacho.
With that awesome lowrider bike they have.
You want that bike, don't
I
you?
so want that bike. I would look so sick running down that bike.
He's going to get mugged on his way out of the house.
Check out my new bike. Bang, bang, bang.
Hey, they showed the right gang symbol, though.
It's gonna be like Friday, just happening to him.
There was a stabbing 2 weeks ago. Literally a couple blocks outside my house.
Mm-hmm.
Right in front of a high school, too.
Live inside that neighborhood.
Was it for some shoes?
Seriously, you need to move out of that area, Greg.
Apparently what happened, the guy pulled over and just, a couple guys got out of a car. They grabbed him, they stabbed him, and they threw him right back into the car.
What?
Yep.
Sounds awesome. I want to move there.
Best neighborhood.
I thought I was in a bad neighborhood, but jeez.
Where do you live? You live in
the
L.A. though, right?
The ghetto streets of Bakersfield, where it's a wannabe L.A., so it's kind of worse.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was a little scared after that happened because my car wasn't working one day, so I had to go and walk to work. It wasn't that far, but I was walking and I was so fucking scared. I was afraid like someone's gonna come up to me and just like stab me. So I under my sweatshirt I had the gang signs like already like ready. I had the reversed P and like the other one for the other gang is like an M sort of thing. And I hid him in my sweatshirt. So if I saw someone coming, I would, and then they asked me, show me the sign, I would flash it. Yeah, I was prepared.
Fucking the greatest neighborhood ever.
I was so fucking scared, you have no idea.
I bet I wouldn't have any idea.
So, yeah, SmackDown was match number 2. Ted DiBiase, yeah, and Hunico won that match. Match number 3 was the Usos versus Epico and Primo with Miss Rosa Mendez. Miss shaking her butt like constantly.
That's the only thing she's good for nowadays.
That's the only thing she's been good for.
She doesn't even know how to do it right either, so...
Epico and Primo won that match. And then there's a big promo with Brian and Orton, it looks like. Probably not. I didn't watch SmackDown. Match number 4 was Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, which is a little preview of what's going to be happening at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan wins by disqualification. Do you guys remember that match? Was that good?
Which match?
Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus.
I think he just. I can't remember how it went.
Because if it was decent, then we're expecting something good at WrestleMania, because that's gonna be the setup match. But again, you guys don't need to answer that question.
What?
The match, Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. How good was it?
Not very good.
Was that
Yeah,
because
sure,
you thought it wasn't good, or was it just set up to not be that good?
He said he won by disqualification, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he pissed Sheamus off.
spit on him,
Oh wait,
I
he
think.
spit on
Yeah,
him.
he
Yeah,
spit
he
on
spit
him.
on him.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
stole Christian's freaking gimmick.
He's stealing every heel's gimmick from the past, 2 years.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's been...
Straight edge.
Get vegan.
I'm a vegan, you're a bastard. That's what
Give
it's
in to the
been.
veganism.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then after that match number 5, Jinder Mahal versus Ezekiel Jackson, which seems like a boring match. It ended with Jinder Mahal. And
Yeah,
the
he
match-
actually won.
Yeah, surprisingly. I would rather have seen Ezekiel Jackson, but
There really wasn't a winner to that match.
what do you mean?
Because they're both people that nobody care about.
Match number 6.
Jobbers.
Match number 6 is Tamina and Alicia Fox versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Didn't Natalya fart in this match?
I believe so. I think I missed the end of that match.
So, I'm pretty sure I heard something about the referee being distracted because Natalya farted.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That'd be screwing, dude.
Farting.
So,
How do you not find farts funny?
Because I'm not 8.
You have to have a sense of humor.
they're,
Not the fart all the
look what
time.
they're
It's
doing to
funny.
poor Natty.
Yeah.
That's why it's so funny. 'cause
They're
she's-
ruining her.
Still not 8.
It's so funny because she used to be one of the best wrestlers
No, she
in the
still
women
is.
division, and now they're just making her fart. It's really funny.
She still is one of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're treating her not like she's not, so it's okay.
No, if they treated her like she wasn't the best, they'd be treating her like Kelly Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, don't say that, because Kelly hasn't even been on TV in a while.
Good.
Talking about the
It's a good thing.
maximum and all that stuff.
Knock on wood right now. Everybody has to knock on wood since you just said that, Greg.
Yeah, whatever. So match number 7 was the wild card. Press your luck to get into the chamber match. Who wins this match, guys?
It was.
Who wins it?
Not
Bobby
David
Lashley.
Lee.
Not someone who deserves it, like Drew McIntyre.
It was Bobby Lashley, man. Come on.
Bobby Lashley returned. That's exactly
It
what
was
happened.
a great Khali.
So Great Khali was already in there.
Exactly.
He would be entered twice.
He's stealing it from everyone. Stealing spots from everyone. He's gonna be in it twice.
It was Otunga. No, not really. Otunga almost won. It was Santino Marella.
Yep.
Someone we thought was just going to, be beaten up right before the Elimination Chamber, but did not happen. Now the pay-per-view we've been wanting to talk about. The Elimination Chamber.
Oh, good.
What a shit pay-per-view.
It was the greatest.
I thought you just said you liked it last night.
I like
Yeah, last night you were praising it.
I like 2
Yeah.
matches. This is exactly the same thing that happened last Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chambers were actually pretty decent. The rest of the pay-per-view was shit. And I don't like when that happens. First match we had was the Raw Elimination Chamber. First match of the night. What the fuck?
Where?
Why? Okay,
I'm
no.
a fucking
No. Because remember when this happened? When they decided it was that was gonna happen. And usually Elimination Chamber usually starts with the Elimination Chamber and ends with the Elimination Chamber. That's how it's always been. This year, it wasn't like this.
Swerve, they're trying to shake things up.
Yeah,
The
they're trying to
first-
keep people on their toes because people try to predict it all
And
the time.
it usually starts with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, and it ends. The pay-per-view ends with the Raw Elimination Chamber.
Why do you want everything to be the same?
It didn't happen this time. The first
Change is good.
Elimination Chamber was the Raw Elimination Chamber. It was Kofi Kingston, The Miz, R-Truth, Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, and your WWE Champion, CM Punk. Couple things happened during this. Kofi Kingston was amazing in the match. Who was it? Was it R-Truth who got out super quickly?
Yeah.
R-Truth got out super quickly.
He didn't last that long at all.
Dolph?
And he lost to a diving elbow.
Yeah.
To a signature move.
Chris
It's
Jericho.
like a second-tier signature move.
The biggest thing that happened was Chris Jericho got kicked in the back of the head. He got kicked in the back of the head, and he got pretty much unconscious and couldn't compete to the rest of the match, which caused the last couple guys to be. Who was it? It was Miz and Punk were the last guys, right?
I think.
Yeah. So it was Miz and Punk at the end. Punk wins it. No surprise. A lot of people wanted Jericho to win it, but Punk was going to win it no matter what. The Raw Elimination Chamber, yeah, it was pretty decent for what it was. You know, Kingston did some good spots. Dolph had some good spots.
Kofi had to get stitches after that match.
He did?
Yeah,
Where was he bleeding?
He got staples in his head.
In his head? I didn't see him bleeding, though.
He didn't show it, but you could see like the after images online of the staples.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yep.
I did not know that.
He tore his head up on that hard plastic, right, Jonesy?
That bulletproof plastic.
Yeah.
I did not know that he was, that he did that. But anyways, the next match was the Divas match. And what happened to
Best match of the
be
night.
the best one-on-one match of the night. I'll repeat that. Best
I was
one...
joking.
No,
Greg
it was.
is serious.
It was the best one-on-one match of the night. Because there was only 3 one-on-one matches. Kane versus Cena, Swagger versus Gabriel, and Tamina versus Beth. And Tamina versus Beth was the best of the night.
And that's pretty sad.
That's going super low. But the fact that those two actually put on a decent Divas match is a good thing to say. Beth Phoenix won the match with the Grand Slam. As we moved on to, we get an anti-bullying video. We get another video of Santino Marella training, doing a Rocky gimmick sort of thing.
With Eugene's music.
With Eugene's music, exactly. Johnny Laurinaitis. He was going to make his huge announcement of the night. And what does he make? He shows the return of Mark Henry, Christian, and Alberto Del Rio. And
I don't think that was his actual announcement.
No, that was his announcement. It was for them to come back, and then they took a picture at the end, and that was it.
You can't forget about Christian either.
Yeah, that's what I said. Christian too. So hopefully Christian will do something after WrestleMania, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be doing anything this WrestleMania, unless Money in the Bank if he wins it.
You never know, my friend. You never know.
Yeah. So the next match was the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Great Khali, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, Santino Marella, Big Show, and Daniel Bryan. I was waiting for Santino to get attacked before before he entered the chamber, but that didn't happen, sadly. Hunter, turn that down.
That wasn't my fault.
So
Close us down.
This SmackDown was super slow at the beginning, and then it picked up halfway through. When did it pick up? When Big Show broke the chains on top of the pod that Daniel Bryan was in, and he climbed into it and beat the living shit out of Daniel Bryan while he was stuck into the pod.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry about
that was absolutely amazing. So, there was also good spots with, who was it? What were some other good spots in that, in the Chamber guys match, guys?
Can't really tell you.
You guys,
My
do you not remember
connection was pretty
anything
bad.
like,
My connection was pretty bad the entire match.
when
so I
Daniel
missed
Bryan
pretty
got
much
sent into the pod and broke the glass?
That happens in every
Yeah, that happens in
situation.
everyone now.
Yeah, but you mean, at least it was something a little. I mean, it wasn't. I remember if I could remember this, like if I just watched it, I would say what was some of the best spots of the match. SmackDown had some very interesting spots, I would have to say, but then again, the entire pay-per-view made it not so great. As we end with then we have the United States Championship match, which was a filler.
It was basically a squash match, just about.
Yeah.
basically.
Even though they haven't even had their champion on for about a month.
Yeah.
Aside from that one match with Cena, he suddenly gets a match over both World Championship matches, and it's against somebody who can't even last a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. The entire time I was hoping Gabriel was going to take the U.S. title, but then I realized that Gabriel's part of SmackDown, so that wasn't gonna work.
Well, it's not like Cody's doing anything with the Intercontinental title.
Are they actually gonna make him defend it at WrestleMania, or he's gonna be in the Money in the Bank match? They have it.
He's not a future former champ.
I'm really speculate what happens.
At the end of that, Jack Swagger wins with the ankle lock. And then John Cena versus Kane. Holy shit.
Yes. Let's
Most
stick
predictable piece of poop in the world.
Let's stick this person who we want to shove down everybody's throats past both World Championship matches for a 30-minute match where he gets beat up for 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Super Cena.
Yep.
Yep, of course.
It's
Yeah,
what
we don't even need to.
Super Cena
That's
rises above the hate.
disgusting.
It's what everybody saw in 2006.
It's just a Cena match. He gets beat up for most of the match, then becomes Super Cena, and then he wins, of course. That's just how his matches go.
It's basically what everybody saw for the better part of 2006, basically, right?
2006 through 2009.
Right.
Yeah.
All physics. Cena wins. That's it. That's all there is to it.
It's the worst ever.
Couple
It was-
things
it
that
was-
happened in the match was...
To be fair, it was actually kind of an entertaining match. It's just like it was very predictable, so it kind of got boring right after that.
Everyone knew what the outcome was going to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not going to make Cena lose before WrestleMania to make him look
But now
weak.
Or they
Now-
could have
but
had him win, but a little more believably.
So
Oh
now
my
what
god! He
Kane?
threw him off the ambulance.
You know,
I mean,
if he was really going to embrace the hate, he should have, probably sent him through the ambulance or something like that.
Send him through an ambulance.
Like he
How do
actually
you
killed
do
Kane.
that?
Well, he was on top of the ambulance roof. He could have thrown him through the roof.
Yeah, you know how difficult that would be. Actually, I don't understand like the windshield or something, but the actual.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
well-
like a metal roof. That's kind of tough.
Or
Even for Super Cena, that's kind of tough.
JBL was thrown through his limo.
Okay,
That's true.
different.
I
I
mean,
it would have been nice to see something like that, but I doubt it. Was
you know what really ticks me off about that?
What's up?
Is that he didn't embrace. Is that he was supposed to be embracing the hate, yet he was smiling and shaking hands, all while beating up Kane for those couple of minutes.
He embraced the
When
hate
they
to
out
be
in
cheerful.
When they were out in the crowd, it was stupid.
Yeah.
And
Oh man, did y'all see that totally hardcore spot where Kane got pushed in the wheelchair into a table? That was so
Yeah.
hardcore, man.
Those laptops.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The Raw
Where's the
General
flaming
Manager gets
table?
more.
We need an Inferno match.
And then he climbed those tables, and he got choke slammed to the table.
Oh my god.
He climbed upstairs with 800,000 pounds on his back. Oh my god.
Kane's not that heavy.
It's stupid. They overreact every time Cena squats a person upstairs.
Yeah, because they showed the promo right before it. Like, oh my god, look how much he squats anyways.
And no, yeah. Then they show him, squatting Kane, who's like about 300 pounds.
Were we ever going to...
Right after they show...
like 500
yeah,
at least.
Like right after they show him squatting, 500 pounds on his shoulders.
Yeah, he squats more than Kane, and he looks like he's really struggling.
Yeah.
Were we going to mention the promo they did with the FCW guys?
That was a good promo. It was really good.
It was different, at least.
It was different. But they had Seth Rollins, they had Xavier Woods, they had a lot of the FCW, and that's what I liked. At least John Cena's talking to the FCW guys. At least he's he's giving them advice and everything. I give props to Cena for doing that.
He's even though he's like not liked by majority of the fans, he's loved within the company. Like he really does a lot for the company.
He does. I hate the on screen John Cena, but I do respect and enjoy the off screen Cena.
So you gotta give him that much, basically.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like a dude I'd have a beer with or something like that.
Exactly. It's like a dude I could probably like sit down and just talk about some.
You could talk to him.
Yeah.
He's approachable.
Jonesy likes him because he's a car guy.
Yeah, that's one thing. Probably the only thing about him I like.
You don't like that he helps kids or anything? You're just like, fuck the kids. I just like that he likes cars.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Cena's a cool guy.
You're the one that loves kids.
Dang it.
Fuck you.
I'm regretting not going to Raw tonight.
You're not gonna miss much.
You're probably not going to miss much at all.
I just want to see The Undertaker. I didn't know he was going to be in there.
Dude, they've been saying that he was going to be here the entire week.
Well, I haven't been able to watch much wrestling lately. I've been busy up the nuts with homework and work.
Yeah, we've all been pretty busy. So, yeah, that's it for the recap of the week.
That felt pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
It did, but do we have any news or anything this week, or should we take a break before we move on to the next segment?
There's a bunch of news. You have no idea how much news there is. So I say we just continue on.
Yeah, we probably should just keep going, yeah.
Do you have
We
all
have
the news
40
organized
minutes.
with you, or no? That's the thing.
What?
If you have all the news in front of you, let's keep going. If
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
I'm
2
ready
minute
right
breaks,
now.
we get it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going then.
We got about 40 minutes.
First big news of the night, of the week actually, one of the biggest news topics. Vince Russo leaves TNA. He was released from TNA.
The crowd goes wild. Yay.
And what does this mean for TNA? It means
Nothing.
everything.
Doesn't mean anything.
It means everything because not only is
People overrate Vince Russo so much. It's ridiculous.
because he was the head writer and then he was released, but he still had pull in the company. Now he has nothing because he's not even part of the company.
Alright.
It's going to be the excuse when TNA still sucks.
Give
Russo's gone.
no.
Russo's still there.
What's going to be the excuse when TNA still sucks from
Russo's
its
still there.
storylines and all that
Give
shit?
TNA, and I said this before. Give TNA 6 months, 6 to 8 months, and you'll see it. You'll start seeing the changes start.
I'd say changes will probably come way before then.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, because
People
remember,
vilify him so bad. He really isn't. He's not gonna. Just from one guy leaving, that's not gonna change a whole company like TNA and make it watchable again. For me, at least. They're still gonna have shitty wrestling, shitty promos, and stupid
It's not going to change
storylines.
immediately.
what do you mean shitty promos? Sting's entertaining to watch.
Greg,
Bubba Ray's entertaining to watch.
Greg, like,
Rick,
Greg, like,
Robert Roode's entertaining to watch.
the entire
Austin Aries is entertaining to watch.
Austin Aries and Bubba Ray are the only reason I'd watch TNA.
The entire
Sting-
roster yells during their promos.
Yeah.
Okay,
They all have
I
that
give you
same
that.
exact
They do yell a lot.
They all have that same exact tone.
Yeah, Bobby Roode is he's like the best of the lousiest. He's
That's not saying much.
he's a common man.
I feel sorry for
Just
him.
because everyone around him is so bad. It's like chicks. When you look at a hot chick, and then you see you think she's actually hot, but she's just around ugly chicks, and she's like she's not as hot as you think she is. It's pretty much exactly
Hunter,
like that.
I like that metaphor, to be honest.
What?
Are you experienced with this, Hunter?
I've seen it a couple times before.
Really?
Where
love that
average
metaphor.
chicks hang out with ugly chicks just so they look hotter.
Then in the morning after, you're like, what did I do?
What the fuck is this?
Basically.
Oh my god, yes. See, Jimmy knows what happens.
It's happened to me before once or twice. Sad to say.
That's a little scary, guys.
And that is why you don't get drunk in clubs.
Okay,
Let's get back on
so
topic, shall we?
replacing Vince Russo is David Lagana. This guy has been part of WB since, I want to say, 1997. He was in the Attitude Era. He's one of the writers in the Attitude Era. So
So you don't think Vince Russo is gonna rub off on him?
No, because he's one of the guys that didn't really like Vince Russo in the first place. What else? He also wrote an episode of Friends. He's the guy that wrote one of the good episodes of Friends that featured Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it was the first one, I think. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was really good. I remember Jonesy even
Who
liked
did
it.
the new guy do?
What?
There's a new writer, isn't there? What did he do?
I don't know exactly what new writer you're talking about.
I
But-
remember you talking about it. I don't know.
Some other news: WrestleMania 29 will be
Well,
in
they-
New
it's
Jersey.
In Canada. Oh.
WrestleMania 29 will be in New Jersey, and The Rock said that he will be in New Jersey at WrestleMania 29.
I know to what capacity
Why?
he'll be there, apparently.
So expect The Rock. So I'm guessing
Why would The Rock come back again?
because
versus
he
Rock, too.
remember The Rock said that
Who's he gonna face? There's no one from the
Cena was on
face.
Twitter. This is another news. Cena was on Twitter and says, once I kick The Rock's ass at WrestleMania, I'll give him another shot at my title, like a chance for retribution at WrestleMania 29.
If we have to go through another year of this
I don't want to
Rock Cena promo
another-
shit, I'm gonna blow my head off.
I don't want to
I'm
see
gonna
another
Chris
one.
Benoit myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another match like this made 1 year in advance again.
It was a terrible move for WWE.
Another year of promos with The Rock and Cena.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't even promos. It was The Rock coming back via satellite, and that's it.
Well, it didn't really start getting bad until Survivor Series. Aside from that, it was just small mentions here and there. It only got bad about there.
Yeah.
When they had a 15-minute promo, that's when I knew it was terrible.
I mean,
that last pay-per-view.
Expect The Rock. Expect The Rock to come back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's supposed to come back soon.
Yeah, he's supposed to really come back soon.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? He's just gonna cut the same promo again, and then maybe wrestle a couple jobbers.
Use the asses, lady parts, yada yada yada. Done.
He's gonna do his regular shtick.
He'll probably mention Ryder here and there.
He's like,
Yeah.
You could even embrace the hate. This happened to your friend.
Yeah, expect The Rock to come back in about. I want to give him 2 weeks
Yeah, let's say
until
about
it's
2
really
weeks
close to
away.
WrestleMania
Surprise appearance next. Surprise appearance tonight.
via
That'd be awesome
satellite.
if The
Via
Rock.
satellite.
I'd be pissed if The Rock was at Minneapolis and I
Chances
didn't
are-
see him.
That'd be funny if he is there tonight.
You'd be
'Cause
kicking yourself for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But anyways, to bring it back to WrestleMania, to talk about WrestleMania in New Jersey, I bet anything we might see like some sort of Jersey Shore incorporated thing with
Oh
it.
God.
I bet you anything we'll see something like that.
No,
That'll-
Zack Ryder's gonna be so
that's my-
hyped up for.
there
Are you
was.
serious, bro? Me against the situation, bro. Let's do it, bro.
Oh God.
Bro.
He's got to have his back fixed first.
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
that
his
is.
fake back injury
Fake injury.
fixed.
If someone really had a broken back and was thrown around all that many times, I'm pretty sure he'd be paralyzed for the rest of his life. Just saying.
Are you serious, bro?
Oh,
Yeah,
Nick, that
bro.
was a spot last night from Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, we forgot to. Did we mention that stupid spot
What?
where Jericho
Oh,
fell out
Jericho.
of the cage?
We
What?
didn't mention that.
No, he did mention
Fell
the
out of
spot.
the cage and
for sure,
thought
when
he
he
was
got,
gonna
when he got
pop right
kicked.
back in, pin him.
Oh,
Where-
yeah.
Got eliminated by getting kicked in the head and not
No, yeah.
getting pinned.
We talked about that. I'm not sure if he's actually legitimately got a concussion or not.
He's not. He's cleared for tonight.
Yeah, he was cleared for tonight, but we don't know specifically if that was fake or not.
We'll see what happens.
Who was cleared for tonight?
Jericho.
Because, his fake injury kind of sent him back at night.
I think I'm going the wrong way. Am I?
We'll see. Tonight should be
Yeah, I'm going the
interesting.
wrong way.
It's always good for after pay-per-view, the Raws right after. It's kind of you'd like to see the aftermath of what happens.
Yeah.
This doesn't like it.
And considering this is the first of the last few Raws before WrestleMania, they really need to step it up.
It's just going to be a bunch of storylines tonight.
They need to
Trish.
give people
Promo after promo.
they need to give people a reason to want to buy WrestleMania and watch it.
Yeah, Trish Stratus. She wants one more match against Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania. What do you guys say about that?
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eh.
You wouldn't like to see Beth Phoenix versus Trish Stratus?
Probably just get a
No.
squash match.
If that match would happen, it would probably have to be in Toronto.
I'd rather see Karma versus Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, that's for sure.
As if she comes back again.
Well, she better come back. I mean, it would be a disappointment not to see her back.
She came back for the Royal Rumble for, I guess, to fill a spot, but that's about it.
Yeah.
She needs to be at home with her baby.
Baby.
And my belly, baby. I want my baby back.
So, I'm guessing some other ones were, Tara, compared, Dixie Carter to Vince McMahon.
That can't end well.
It ended better than what Gail Kim did. What happened was she said that Vince was always in a rush doing stuff, and she wasn't. I guess she never got to talk to Vince to tell him ideas, but when it came to Dixie Carter was always open to talk about stuff and ready for new ideas.
That's because Dixie Carter lives in that arena.
Yeah, and what else? That the reason why she came to the Knockouts division is because the Knockouts division is looked highly upon in TNA. Like it's actually a main part of the show. It's the main part of the show. Like they have cage matches and they get more airtime and everything.
That's because the fucking male wrestlers on TNA suck dick.
They don't suck.
So does
They
the
do
knockout.
suck.
They've been sucking, so
You have people like Austin Aries and stuff like that. I mean,
You can only do so much with one person.
and then now OVW's the training ground for everybody who's going into TNA. So,
Well, at least they have soft landings.
I met OBW before. She worked at a restaurant in Anoka because TNA pays them so badly. They have to have second jobs. She had to work in a restaurant, and I laughed at her.
you didn't.
I didn't actually laugh at her because she'd probably beat my ass, but
Yeah, she'll smother you with her fakeness.
yeah. But I saw her working in a restaurant. I'm like, oh my god, that's OBD.
ODB.
ODB. I don't know why I said OBD.
One
You said
dirty
OVW
bitch.
the first time.
Is that
Did
what
I
it is?
really?
One dirty bitch.
I thought it was I thought it was obsessive drunk bitch.
No, it's like one dirty bitch
Yeah, I know it's that rapper. That's all I know.
or one drunk bitch, whatever. Chris Hero was officially signed to WWE.
Thought we already went over this.
No. Chris Hero was officially signed to FCW. He's going to be debuting in a week or two under
Debuting.
under a new name, Cassius Ono.
Oh no.
And I'm not saying oh no because of the name. That's his last name, Ono. Hono.
Oh no.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't know, but that's such a weird fucking name. For Chris Hero, it's a little weird. He doesn't even look like a Cassius. Is Cassius supposed to be like Roman or something? I don't know.
Castagnoli?
Castagnoli.
I don't know.
And do you even think they're going to be teaming up? Cassius
Probably not.
Ono and Claudio Castagnoli. That doesn't even like ring off the tongue. It's kind
I
of like a
really
tongue.
don't think they are. I
And
think they're going to bring them up as singles competitors.
And with that-
I can't talk today.
with that name, I don't see Chris Hero doing anything good.
Just because of his name.
Yeah.
God damn it, Greg.
I mean, that's how WWE works on. If you're a big guy, and if you have all the charisma and a good name, you can make it in the business.
Oh my. He's still talented though. He's probably
WWE doesn't give a shit if you're
he's the
talented
most
or not.
ready. He's the most ready prospect in FCW right now to be on in WWE. He's 33 years
The
old.
only reason why WWE gave the heavyweight championship to Daniel Bryan was because of the big indie market, the big indie audience that they could draw from him being champion.
Exactly. That's
Makes
why they need
sense.
to push up Hero right now. Because he's the most ready out of everyone down there.
Yeah. So I don't know. There are other names. FCW got more people to go in. Adam Mercer, Aiden English, who is named Matt Redwald. I'm not even know how do you say that. Garrett Dillon, who was Jody Christopherson, Sonny Elliott, and someone who I think someone that I think is going to be really big in the Divas. Hopefully she'll be brought up. Paige. Her name is Paige in FCW, but she's better known as Brittany Knight. She's a British diva wrestler who was trained by a lot of indie guys in London. So hopefully she could be really good in the coming months in her FCW debut.
Is she that one that looks like the one chick, the one British chick?
Where's Vicky Guerrero's daughter? Isn't she supposed to be up pretty soon?
Raquel
Shout
Diaz.
Pool or whatever.
Her name's Raquel Diaz in FCW.
Oh, she's like a champion or something.
She's the queen of FCW right now,
Queen.
and usually,
She's actually pretty good, I heard.
and it's really it's the same thing as the SCW championship. If you win it, you're given a good opportunity to come up into the business. But it's a lie because Bro Rotundo won it and he's not up yet. Same with Leo Kruger and
You were about to say
Lex Luger.
fucking Lex Luger
Yeah.
because he looks exactly like him.
And also, who else? Max Dalton, whatever his name is. He's the new FCW champion, and he's apparently going to be brought up.
Fucking, I hate WWE talent.
What?
They just need to bring up Seth Rollins.
They're going to be brought up, dude. They're probably gonna allow him to win the FCW championship first. Who knows? But
fucking Dean Ambrose. Even though they already were both up on a tour.
So pretty much, that's it.
That's it for news.
I guess there's probably a little bit more news topics that should have gone over, but
we just hit the topics, the main ones this week.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
There's like second side stuff that nobody would probably care about.
Yeah, like there's like the small stuff, like Kelly Kelly nominated for Kids' Choice Award.
Why?
I don't
because
know.
she's a whore and the entire.
She's a great role model in her.
Exactly.
Kurt Angle says his chance of making it to the U.S. Olympic team are slim to none.
Because he's 40.
That doesn't surprise me.
Good call, Kurt.
Some other ones would be
My
Big
buddy's
Sis.
actually training for the Olympics right now. Destin McCauley.
Punk nominated for the Golden God Award. I don't know what that is.
Who's the Golden God?
Punk is not a golden god. He's like a skinny fat person.
Yeah, compared to everyone else, he's skinny.
Skinny and fat at the same time. He pulls it off.
Skinny fat ass.
Alberto Del Rio is disliked by everybody in the backstage roster.
Really?
Yep.
That's because he thinks he's better than everybody else.
He is better than
Yeah,
most of them.
apparently he walks around and says that he knows better than anybody else in the background.
He's just like Cabal.
Yeah.
Except Cabal had more charisma.
Yeah, right.
So, same thing with The Miz, too. The Miz isn't liked either. And they're the two top guys on Raw,
Del
too.
Rio doesn't like The Miz.
And Del Rio and The Miz don't like each other either. That's the funny thing about it.
Del Rio wanted to fight Miz, but Miz is a little bitch.
I think Del Rio is making that up. I think it's another Goldberg Jericho, where the smaller guy ends up having the upper hand.
Do you think the Miz would actually beat Alberto Del Rio?
Yeah.
Did you actually think Jericho would beat Goldberg?
No, but
No, The Miz isn't that great of a wrestler.
he's
Del
not
Rio
even
has all the
athletic.
training in the world.
He was an MMA fighter too. Even though he got knocked out in the first round, but
Yeah.
still an MMA fighter. Was.
Still, Miz is more solid in the ring than he used to be, but I guess that doesn't really matter.
He's not athletic though.
You don't have to be athletic when you have muscle.
To win a fight, you do.
You just gotta land one solid hit.
I don't think the Miz would beat him up.
So,
I bet.
what'd you say?
Never mind.
Yeah, that's about it for news topics. Just some WWE office departures that aren't really that big.
When's spring cleaning gonna happen?
Spring cleaning
Maybe
happens
spring.
after WrestleMania.
It's gonna happen in the spring.
It
Yeah.
is pretty much spring.
Is it before the draft or after?
It's always before. It's usually before the draft, after WrestleMania.
I thought it
So-
was during the draft.
Yeah.
Well, it could happen either way. So we'll see.
So let's just do the pop, flop, and botch for the week, guys. Let's do it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
My botch is not going to tonight's Raw. Not getting tickets early enough so I could get floor seats. That'd be fucking dirty.
So you could see HBK and Rock.
if HBK actually does come, I'm gonna be pissed. But
What about The Rock?
nah, I don't think the
Would you,
Rock's
would you
gonna
want to
go.
be around a bunch of kids?
It's okay. I'd be like that dude who swears around them and just gets
Well,
their
you should
parents
have
pissed off.
signed that said Arca Wrestling.
And then I'd have like a "fuck you, Cena." I'd get a "fuck you, Cena" chant going.
That's not
And then you
very-
would fail completely, and then people would,
Yeah,
it's against the rules to cuss
It would
at
just
the.
be me. It would
against
just
the-
be you'd just hear that one guy chanting.
It's against the rules to
Yeah,
cuss at the
guy.
shows. You know that, right?
Fuck you, Cena.
That one drunk
Come
guy.
on, guys.
They kicked a couple people out for cussing.
Really?
Yeah, in the
They
front
usually-
row.
They do that sometimes.
There's videos online of someone cussing at one of the wrestlers, and they had him kick out. He cursed. He
I'd
used a
try
bad
to-
word, and they kicked him out.
to fight me. I'd try to fight Chris Jericho because him and Randy Orton are like notorious for swinging at fans.
Yeah.
Or I'd try to fight John Cena, even though he's a pussy. I could tell.
Rises above the hate. Come on.
I just call John Cena a pussy, but my flop is not being able to watch so much wrestling. I've been so busy. And my pop is fuck yeah, podcast.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah. My pop.
Greg, it's your mother.
Yeah. Hold up. I need to pick up the door.
It's your mother, Greg.
All right, someone else want to go while we wait for Greg?
Where are we?
Hello, Mrs. Greg. Miss-
Miss Alvarez, your son is a whore.
I think he had headphones in, so you shouldn't worry about it.
If he doesn't, your mother knows you're a slut.
Greg likes men.
I'm actually Greg's gay
Okay.
father.
Sorry about that. Hey.
Greg.
Hey. Come here.
Greg,
Jack.
do you have headphones in?
Get the Jack.
Greg.
What?
He's talking to his dog or whatever.
Oh.
My sister dropped out the dog.
Do you have headphones in?
Do I have my
Hey,
headphones
dog,
in?
That's what I got. I got.
Do you have headphones in?
Yeah, I have headphones in.
Oh, that's too
Told you.
bad.
You should have yelled.
Because we were talking to your mom.
That was my mom. That was my sister.
Oh, we were talking to your sister about how you were a gay lover.
You
I was
fucking
a gay
gay.
lover.
So
But
Greg.
No
never
words.
mind.
So yeah, I guess I'll do my pop flop and botch. My pop goes to Shawn Michaels for returning, even though he wasn't that good in promos. My flop goes to everything that happened this week. Oh no, my pop goes to Vince Russo leaving. My flop goes to everything else that happened this week. And my botch goes to, I don't know.
Give it to whatever. It doesn't have to be relevant, so just give it to whatever.
Okay, fine. My botch goes to
Mike for being in the hospital. 'cause
Yeah,
he's a pussy.
fucking Mike for getting sick and
Fucking pussy.
yeah.
Back
Hey,
in
so-
my day, we didn't go to the hospital when we were sick.
You guys are bitches.
We rubbed some.
We ate chicken noodle soup. From staying in bed all day.
Walked it off
I walked to school uphill both ways.
in the snow.
That's assholes.
With no shoes on.
Damn it. Okay, so I'm playing Skyrim right now, and I'm trying to do the podcast. So who wants to go next for the pop flop and botch?
I go for pop, flop, and botch.
Let's hear it, Strike.
My pop goes to Santino because he was the most entertaining part of the pay-per-view.
He really got a huge.
Again, he was the best part of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I have to agree. He actually was. I have to say.
That's really not saying much. Which
That's
is
fair.
pretty
Almost
sad.
Fans are enjoying it, though.
Sad.
Fans are really enjoying it.
That's because they knew he wouldn't win.
You know what I liked about
I
Santino?
didn't win.
His punches are
I don't-
exaggerated. He reminds me a lot of. You know, back in the days, back in like the early '90s with Hogan and everything. All his punches were exaggerated. That I think he really shows, you know, the mood of how the old wrestling style used to be. Everything being super exaggerated and everything.
Yeah. Anyways, my flop goes to... Wait, which one was which? Now, I gotta remember. Okay, my flop goes to Santino being the biggest part of the pay-per-view.
Why, you didn't think that was good?
No, it was good, which is why it earned my pop. But the fact that
That he is the biggest part is a little...
a low-card joke character can get the biggest reactions of the night in the middle of a world championship match, which everybody knows he isn't even going to win.
Yeah. Even though... I hated that you guys wanted him to win. Even though I knew like a week
Why
later...
not?
Because I knew
Why?
a week later you just got to be bitching about him winning. You just want him to win to get that, like... Oh, yeah, he won. It's so funny. And then you're going to be like... Why the fuck did he win?
If he won, I would have laughed at how awful WWE became. But
What is this? Did Russo write this?
no, Russo would have had a dog win, or David Arquette.
Oh God.
David Arquette does a run-in, takes Santino's spot.
Do you like how David Arquette's actually in the anti-bullying campaign?
Anti-bowling?
I like how a bunch of heels are in the anti-bullying campaign.
So they're not allowed to bowl?
What?
I like bowling.
Me too.
Bowling? That's bowling.
I like the bowl.
I haven't bowled in a while.
I need to bowl.
Ah!
It's almost time for Raw.
I used to be a halfway decent bowler.
Who else needs to do their pop, flop, and botch?
I didn't even do my botch.
Hurry up.
Joker, go.
Oh, strike, finish.
Screw strike. Go ahead, Joker.
You want to, Jonesy. You sick little perv. Can I go?
Yes.
Okay, my botch goes to creative not putting Brodus Clay on an actual televised match.
Oh God.
Because he had a good gimmick. He needed a storyline so people would actually start to care instead of sticking him in squash matches that everybody knew he'd win anyway.
Oh, so I have a friend who's updating me right now. He went to Raw. And they're doing a dark match. Ryback just beat JTG. Superstars starts with Alex Riley versus McGillicuddy, who got a huge pop since he's from there. And then McGillicuddy won. And then Tyler Rex beat Mason Ryan. So far, that's all I have.
So is Ryback ever gonna like debut?
I don't know. He just had a dark match. That's what he said.
I'd rather have him as Skip Sheffield, honestly.
I kind of like the name Ryback. It sounds pretty badass in my opinion.
But do you know what his gimmick is?
What?
He's a Terminator.
He's the Terminator.
Okay, that's a badass name, but a silly gimmick.
I agree. The name is pretty sick, but that fucking his gimmick alone, I think, ruins it.
Do we know that's his gimmick, though?
Yeah, it's his gimmick. That's what Ryback is. He played it in the Indies when he was wrestling.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the gimmick's the same. It just means he...
No, it's been confirmed that Ryback is the Terminator gimmick. There's videos up online of him being the Terminator.
All right, then. I'm just...
Yeah, he changed his Twitter handle over to it, too.
Yeah.
He's not Skip Sheffield anymore.
Oh, I just saw the Journey 2 commercial with The Rock doing the tit dance.
The tit dance?
Yeah, he's just moving his tits up and down.
You mean the love bump?
The pick pop of love.
The pickpocket of love, that's what it's called, yeah.
He bounces the berry off of him, and it's all in 3D, so the berry comes at you, and it's like, oh my god!
Well, it's The Rock. You gotta get seduced.
He can bounce berries off his tits.
Yeah.
Be jealous.
No, I got tits. I'm fine.
Okay.
How big are your tits?
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay, we're stopping this conversation right now.
Alright. Well, who else besides me still has to go?
They're a...
Strike, finish your botch.
I did.
What was it, too?
Brodus Clay not being on a televised match.
Oh. He's getting buried.
buried. I thought he's getting a new. Isn't he getting a new gimmick?
He's getting buried next to Undertaker.
Buried. Yes, he is. Okay, so Joker, go.
My pop, I guess. Fuck, I don't even know.
Well, I'll say if you don't have anything wrestling related, just go with something related to you, I guess.
To what?
Like something in your life that you'll give a pop to, basically.
Alright, I guess my pop would be,
Britain.
He's not from Britain. That's Copeland.
I guess that'd be me finally getting the Metal Gear HD collection. I've been wanting to get that for a
Ooh,
while.
I need to get that too.
Alright, good stuff.
Jesus Christ. Thanks for reminding me,
So,
asshole.
Sort of
Now I need to
until
buy
the
Mass Effect
DMC.
3 and everybody else.
I'm sort of holding off until the DMC collection.
Who wants
That's
to,
why I don't buy video games. They're a waste of money.
Who wants to buy DMC?
I'm
Devil's
kind of
Cut.
glad I got that because I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 2 in a really long time, so I was glad to get that.
And
Xbox or the 360 or PS3.
PS3.
There are some glitches in that game. There's a bunch of glitches in the PS3 version.
Yeah, the controls are kind of bad, but I'm kind of glad I got it on the PlayStation though because I'm more familiar with PlayStation, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got pissed, and my analog stick's kind of fucked up on my Xbox controller, so...
Is
Okay.
Jonesy gone yet? Or wait, never mind.
He's still going.
Why do I do that? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Being a fucking jackass, Hunter.
Alright. So what
Uh,
would be your flop then?
my flop would be Elimination Chamber in a completely.
Elimination Chamber, that's... you didn't really like
Both
it?
Flops.
It really wasn't the best pay-per-view. There's only been like 2 pay-per-views this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far.
Alright, is it my turn yet?
He still has his botch.
Oh, okay.
Can it be the same thing as the flop?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, your botch is pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Uh,
The pay-per-view was just terrible in my opinion. I barely even paid attention to it.
yeah. So, Jonesy, go.
My pop. Well, I don't really have one. I don't think. Maybe just
Well-
HBK coming back. My flop.
Instead of it's not wrestling related, just pick whatever you need to.
My flop goes to the RKO botch on Monday, and my botch
I missed that
goes
entire RKO, so I don't even know how bad it was.
it is bad.
and my botch goes to Greg because he deleted the Culture Shock episode.
I told you.
Oh.
Ah!
I'm make you redo that episode.
Oh, and
I
my
will.
buddy says the
Just-
crowd's pretty good tonight.
Make sure you get
I'll try to get him on.
make sure you get
Thanks,
like
guys.
P-Junk on here, and we'll do it.
And for those, me and Greg we're trying to do an episode.
We're doing a separate podcast, guys. It's called the Culture Shock Podcast, where we'll talk about everything other than video games, like
Wait,
wrestling, like video games, movies, TV
This is-
shows.
This is an actual thing now?
Yes, and
Yeah.
there's no set schedule though. We'll just do it whenever we want to. So it doesn't.
Look out.
there.
If Greg remembers to save them,
Shut it.
Could we, like,
40 minutes gone, Greg.
We're almost
Hey,
done here. It's almost done.
It's 7:57. It's time for Raw.
It was a
Bitches.
it was a shit podcast anyways, Jonesy.
Anyways.
So
Anyway,
could we,
Strike, if you want to join
Alright, can we
us,
send this up real quick, guys?
thank you everybody for joining. We gotta go watch Raw. This will be up probably tonight. I'll be working on it throughout. I will be working on it.
That's a good joke, Greg.
I will be working on it during Raw. and I'll be up by tonight. If it doesn't, you guys could do something. I don't know what you can do, but you could do something.
You riot in the streets.
Yeah.
I can look for the podcast Thursday.
Fuck
It's
you.
Saturday, to be honest.
It's gonna be up tonight. If not tonight, then early tomorrow morning before I go
It's gonna
to
be up
work.
Saturday. It's gonna be Saturday up by like 1 p.m. by Saturday.
So thank you everybody. We gotta go watch Raw. Let me just pause Skyrim. And thank you everybody, and join us next week for episode 21. Bye bye.
Blood drips from your camera. It's like a knife held in your